We're Liz and Dennis, and right now we're on the road trip of a lifetime, traveling all across mainland Mexico in our renovated Class C RV. Over the past 9 months, our home on wheels has taken us to 16 Mexican states, where we've camped in tiny beach towns, beautiful Pueblo Mágicos, hidden waterfalls, hot springs, ruins in the jungle, and so much more. This week, we visit one of the hottest travel destinations in the world, Tulum.
Welcome to Tulum,
where we plan to explore and see if Tulum is really all it's hyped up to be. Today we are heading to the Archeological zone in Tulum. It's one of the most popular activities to do.
Tulum Ruins is one of the smaller archaeological zones found in the Yucatan Peninsula, and the only remaining Mayan city built directly on the ocean. It's a young city compared to other Mayan ruins, dating back to only 560 AD. Tulum was a significant port of trade for the Mayans and is protected by 3 inland walls and a high cliff overlooking the sea. The site has buildings dedicated to the worship of different Mayan gods, with pictograph effigies and murals that can still be clearly seen today. Tulum also had its own fresh water source, a now dry cenote that would have played a crucial part in helping the city thrive until it was abandoned during the Spanish conquest in the 1800s.
If you don't like iguanas, I highly suggest staying away from Tulum Ruins. We just witnessed an iguana fight. It was intense. Normally, you would be able to go down those stairs and access the beach and have access to this beautiful water. But unfortunately, today it's super windy, so they've closed the beach. Actually, both times we came here, the beach was closed. But 80 pesos to be able to go to the beach, since there's not a ton of public beaches here in Tulum, is a really good steal. When you get to the top, this is where the Instagram photo of Tulum Ruins overlooking the gorgeous crystal clear turquoise water. If you're coming to Tulum, we definitely suggest coming to these ruins. It's 80 pesos per person to get into the entrance. If you want to film, it's 45 pesos extra. And if you're really trying to dive deep into the history of these beautiful ruins, we definitely suggest taking a guide. You can hire a guide right at the entrance. Come early. This is definitely a popular activity to do in Tulum. Another super popular activity to do in Tulum is visit the cenotes. There's thousands of cenotes all across the Yucatan Peninsula. Tulum has several right in its immediate area. I've gone to Gran Cenote, which is arguably the most famous. It's also the most expensive and most visited. It's beautiful. We definitely recommend going there. It's 300 pesos per person, and it's really unique. That gorgeous clear water. There's like turtles swimming by, fish, and then it even has the stalactites and a little bit of a cave system for you to kind of explore. And today we decided to come to Skull Cenote, which is Cenote Calavera. This one was 250 pesos per person, and it has a really unique way to enter. Very fun. Fun. Cute.
Aha! Tranquilo. It's definitely worth a stop. It's not ultra expensive, and as long as it's not crowded, it's totally chill. You can jump through the holes. It's clear. There's bats on the roof. It's a rad spot.
Another cenote you might want to check out is Cenote Azul. It's about a 45-minute drive from here. It's closer to Puerto Aventuras, but it's only 120 pesos to get into that one, and it is wide open, completely different from Gran Cenote or Cenote Calavera. Honestly, we can't really pick a favorite cenote. They're all unique and fun in their own ways. As many cenotes as you can go to, we definitely recommend.
Yeah. So the cenotes, I'm sure I've said this before, but I compare them to the springs in Central Florida, and I can't pick a favorite spring because they're all so different. It's just like the cenotes here. I feel right at home swimming in the nice fresh water, super crystal clear fresh water.
We got all dolled up to come into the hotel zone for a nice little like dinner out, treat ourselves to a more expensive meal. We wanted to come to the hotel bar KinToh. It's on top of the most famous and most expensive hotel in all of Tulum. It's gorgeous, but we ended up getting in line and it's 600 pesos for a drink per person. So it's $30 US for us to just go upstairs and grab a drink. I do get that it's super unique and a great place to grab a drink for sunset, but that's like New York City prices. It's bonkers. So we're gonna try and find a different bar. If you're coming here and budget's not really a concern, it's a unique place for sure to enjoy a drink. We've heard the food isn't that great, so definitely go elsewhere. The hotel zone is wild. There's traffic everywhere. There's almost zero parking. So unfortunately, we didn't make it to the bar with the rooftop view of the sunset that we wanted to, but it's called Rosa Negra. If you're looking to come, it's a beautiful bar on the bottom, and then they do have a little section you can enjoy a drink on top. Last night was definitely interesting. The hotel zone is completely different from the Pueblo of Tulum and felt like we were honestly in another world. So I came back today by myself. Unfortunately, Dennis is not feeling too well and it's just such a beautiful day out. I definitely wanted to just take in all of the views, the vibes, definitely do some people watching. I think this is probably the best side of Tulum. The hotel zone, where you can actually access all the bars and shops walking down that street, is honestly a little chaotic. It's a very narrow street and there's really no sidewalks. So there's people on bikes, on motorcycles, the cars are passing and people are trying to walk. So it's really hard to kind of take in the vibes like we personally want to. Walking along the beach is a completely different feeling. It's so beautiful. I love being able to see all of the hotels and beach clubs, which, by the way, if you're coming here, a few things you might want to know about coming to the beach. If you're not staying in a hotel and you want to enjoy the beach here in Tulum, the best bet is to go to a beach club. Now, normally a beach club has a charge for the entrance fee, so you might pay anywhere from 200 to 500 pesos, potentially more if it's a higher end beach club, but that typically goes toward anything that you purchase at the beach club that day. You'll definitely spending to enjoy, but you get to take advantage of any umbrellas that they have, if they have palapas or lounge chairs. If you want to just come for free, you can access it from any of the two entrance points of the free public beach accesses. One's right before the hotel zone, the other one is going toward the Tulum ruins. And then of course just walk along the beach. The entire beach is free, it is a public beach. You just don't get to enjoy all of the amenities that some of the hotels or beach clubs would offer. But no matter how you come, the point is to enjoy the beach, because I definitely think this is where Tulum shines. The hotel zone is next level. It's literally like nowhere else. The entrances to some of these hotels and restaurants are insane. Everyone always says it's like a tropical eco-chic vibe, and it honestly describes it perfectly. There's so much wood and just natural elements, green tropical plants and palm trees everywhere. It really, really, really is beautiful. I get why it's so alluring for people to come here on vacation as like a unique destination, because it's like nowhere else in Mexico. But that brings me to the one downside of Tulum, which for me personally is the cost. It is an extremely expensive city. I mean, prices are rivaling the United States in some of the most populated cities like San Francisco or New York. I mean, you heard the other night they wanted $30 for a single drink. but prices all along the hotel zone specifically are going to be really inflated. All of those cute shops, every single thing I found in there was at minimum $100, sometimes upwards of $500 or more. So if you're coming here thinking you're going to be doing like a budget getaway, I definitely think you're going to be in for a surprise. That's why I think Tulum is honestly best for those who are coming to get away for a luxurious vacation, maybe celebrating something special. I think you could have a lot of fun here. They have crazy parties, DJs, famous DJs from all over the world come here. So if you're looking for a good time, if you're looking for a unique getaway in Mexico, a tropical oasis, Tulum is definitely it, but it comes at a price. There are cheap ways to do Tulum. You don't have to spend a fortune to enjoy it, but I think to experience the Tulum that everyone sees and expects, especially through social media, you're going to need to come to the hotel zone and you're gonna have to spend some money. How are you feeling?
I feel much better. I ate 4 cheese and avocado tacos that I made at the house. No more cramps, thank God. That was awful, man.
Hola. Living life in a Chedraui parking lot. I don't know how many days we've been here. Longer than I want to admit. But we're in Tulum, and there's nowhere else to park.
On our first trip to Mexico, we pretty much stuck to RV parks. We didn't feel super safe or comfortable with the idea of just sleeping in a parking lot, especially if it wasn't patrolled or policed. But the second go around, we realized it's actually much safer than we originally thought, and we are totally utilizing parking lots all across the country. We've stayed in Pemexes. This is our second or third Chedraui in different cities. We've stayed just in public parking areas on the beach. So we're definitely okay with that idea now. It's not always the most comfortable, but this Chedraui has tons of space. So if you're coming to Tulum in RV, the closest RV camping that you're gonna find on iOverlander is a dry camping spot, and you're gonna pay 300 pesos for 2 people. So we would much rather camp in a Chedraui parking lot that's a little less glamorous, but free, because we're still without hookups. And we're really close to all of the things Tulum has to offer. We can walk into town to the actual Puebla of Tulum, and it's about a 10 to 20 minute drive on our scooter into the beach area. So it's definitely a good spot to explore.
All I know is I'm enjoying my coffee, listening to the ever so pleasant sound of carts rattling over asphalt.
Do you like Chedraui? Hi! Hi, Princess! The boys decided to stay back at the RVs in the beautiful Chedraui parking lot. So we, Las Chicas, decided to come into Tulum town to explore a little of the city by day. There's tons of cute shops to enjoy, there's lots of great restaurants. Hopefully we'll find a good happy hour. We're looking forward to seeing what it has to offer. I love that tuk-tuk. They have one in pink and yellow. They're so cute. Well, we found a happy hour. We came to Estancia Jujena, which is right on the main strip. They have happy hour every day, so you can get 2-for-1 margaritas, mojitos, or daiquiris for about 100 pesos, so like $5 for 2 drinks. Not a bad deal, which I'm really glad because it is very hot today. This is gonna keep it cool. If you're looking for cheaper food options, you're gonna have to go outside of the hotel zone on the beach and come into Tulum City. We ended up eating the majority of our food in the town of Tulum just because it was so much more affordable. This is where you're gonna find a lot more like street tacos. There's tons of food vendors you can go to on the streets that are worth trying. There's even vegan food street carts. I ended up getting empanadas tonight, but one place we definitely recommend coming to is Antojitos de Chiapinaca. But they specialize in pastor tacos, which actually comes from Mexico City. Tacos are only 10 pesos, which falls in line with the prices we've seen in the majority of Mexico and is a welcomed treat for our pocket.
It's totally a local spot, but tourists also come here because it's become so well known for the pastor. Like, they literally have 3 grills going at all times with a huge wheel of pastor like constantly.
What's the best way to wash down some spicy, salty tacos? Ice cream. Right around the corner from the taco shop is a really lovely little ice cream restaurant. So we're gonna grab some sweetness to finish off our night.
Oh yeah.
Things almost took a turn for the worse over the past few days. We didn't really vlog much just because Dennis started feeling really bad. We were even considering going to the hospital to get him checked out because he was having a really intense pain in his lower back. We weren't sure if it could be kidney stones or what. Luckily, the pain seems to be subsiding some, so we're not gonna go to the hospital. But now we're gonna head out from Tulum. We enjoyed our time exploring here, but we have more beautiful beaches in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula to explore. We'll see you next week. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Adios.
You're sick, we are sick
En Estados Unidos, con el dolphins.
too. Like, where did
Thought we were in the clear. Dennis's pain had gone away. It was typically coming back every morning around the same time. Okay, 1, 2. I don't want the cold water again, but I'm doing it. Tulum. Just want to mention the hotel zone in Tulum is next level. We got all